Hi, Kaylon. How you doing?
I'm great, Sylvan. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm very well. I'm looking forward to a bumper discussion of how
Hi,
many
teams.
Kaylon. How you doing?
I'm great, Sylvan. How are you? 48.
I'm very well, thanks. Sorry, I'm very well. I'm
I
looking
was
forward
my
to
testing of
Twitch in the background. Right. Never a shortage of technical issues around here.
No, indeed. Yeah, yeah. We want to show everybody what professionals we are. I nearly coughed into the microphone there as I was saying hello.
Oh well, this is how it is around here.
Yeah, indeed. How are you? Are you good?
I am good. I'm really looking forward
Great.
to talking about so many
Yeah,
teams.
man, I'm pretty hyped. Yeah.
And
48 teams.
I'm just
Uh,
seeing.
yeah.
I just need to open my chat
hmm
doc so I can see what everybody in Twitch who has
Mm.
joined us is saying. We have.
I have my phone app with me. So
Oh,
we're joined by Willie Walsh. How's it going, Willie? And we've got Aledos in chat, and we've got Envelo set in chat. Uh, nice to have you along, lads. Thanks a lot.
and
Don't forget
Thanatos.
to follow if you're not followed already.
Yes, please. Yeah, chuck us a
Yeah.
follow. We're going to be doing this regularly, and
hmm
it's great to know that people are out there listening.
hmm
um,
uh, and there's Wonder Boy. How's it going? Boo
uh,
yourself, boy. Boo yourself.
so we'll kick off then, I think.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, sounds
Might as
good. We're going
well.
to start at the top. We're going to go straight for Division A, and go through that. Yeah. So that's D, I think, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hold
it's
on.
right, and you'll come across it. There it is. Fantastisch.
Just in a row.
Coolaboola. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's go through it. So we've got first up here, we've got a Chaos team being coached by Saigarai. Saigarai is the guy who managed to bring his Zons all the way through to the quarterfinal this year. Was beaten by Crow Dog in that brilliant high elf on Zon action. This is a team, isn't it?
But there's no. What's. I don't understand.
So it's the man likes his themes. He goes for themes, and the theme of this is that it's shit. No, the theme for this is that it's they're all beasts. It's beastmen, and a cow.
No warriors.
No warriors. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I guess they've all got horns.
they do. Yeah, I mean they can be strength 4 on the blitz. All of them, which is pretty cool. Your man can be strength
just
6.
just one at a time.
Yeah, yeah. There is that small problem with that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're all armor 8. Yeah.
Oh well, I. You know what?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Fair
Yep.
play to Sagarai.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed. I mean, it's a list, right? It conforms to the standards for having to play Blood Bowl. What you need is a team that's got 11 players
yes.
and less than 1,000 points and 1,000 gold coins, and that's exactly what that is. Satisfies
Yeah.
all of the criteria.
In advance, I had
hmm
thought that we won't see any really crazy team compositions. And then the very first one is like, okay.
Literally the first one. Yeah, this was me going through it earlier on today, and I was like, "Oh, for God's sake,
Yeah.
Saigarai." But yeah, no, he's
Well,
indeed, yeah, no, you're quite right. It has been pointed out by Thanatos that you can actually change your team right up until before the first game, but he's not going to. This is his team. He's going to go for that.
it's called
It's a
Beast
themed
Mode.
team. They're all goats. I totally think it's really really fun. I tried it and it doesn't work because you need the strength 4. Um, yeah, but it's
um,
hey, fair play. Do you know?
yeah. So
3
next up,
rerolls, 12 lads. It's good. You got a spare goat, you know. Yeah.
yes, asparago.
hmm
That's going to make all the difference.
Well,
Let's
I
move
mean,
on.
he'll
Let's
need
move
it.
on.
So,
Good luck, Saigarai.
yes,
Uh,
indeed.
Team roster for Goldilocks Reapers, coached
Yeah,
by Haldegil.
yeah. Haldegil. Haldegil had he had an up and down season with his orcs. Last season, he he can play Blood Bowl. He's a good lad, and he's come along here with this high elf team. He has gone for the thrower. So High off builds generally, you get your 2 blitzers because you have to have them because they're the only guys with blitzes. The other positionals that you have available are catchers and throwers. The catchers are amazing because they're move 8 and have catch. And the thrower has pass and safe throw, making him arguably the best thrower in the game, especially if he manages to get agility. You can lean into the other pass skills and actually make him pretty ridiculous. An agility 4, safe throw, pass, accurate, strong arm elf can put it pretty much anywhere he wants on a 3, on a 2 or 3. And if he fumbles it, will not throw the ball. And if you intercept it, will not throw the ball. It's legit. But in taking this, with the 11 guys, he has taken 3 rerolls. So the other option for this build is that instead of taking the thrower, you actually get 2 catchers and only 2 rerolls, which I think is a better start. But I totally understand why people would want to start with 3 rerolls. They're elves; they don't need rerolls. Well, they need 2. But the rest of the time, you just kind of shrug it off, and you pick up the reroll pretty quickly. It's also not they're expensive, the throwers. Not having them in the start means that you have to save up a lot of money to buy them. So getting them in the initial purchase is kind of slightly better. But fair enough. This is going to be a good team because it's high elves and it's got a lot of armor 8. They're elves with armor 8. They're great. It's a really nice thrower. I can understand why people take them. You need the blitzers, fair enough, and he's got 3 rerolls.
I like the catches.
Yeah.
I mean, I mainly
the
just
catches
like
are just
saying,
amazing.
"Ha!"
Yeah.
So, like for that, they get extra points.
For that, they do get extra points.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
how's Shavite? Nice to see you. All the AV8 is very safe. Yeah. -1 reroll, 2 catchers, -1 lineman. Yeah, -2 lineman. You basically just you drop a reroll and you get 2 more linemen, Jerry. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So fair enough. Right, and then we have Inveloset, who is in the chat. How are you? And as he correctly pointed out earlier on, his chaos list has 4 warriors. What is this guy? This move 5, strength 4, agility 3, armor 9. I honestly think that's one of my favorite stat lines in the game.
Yeah,
it's really just incredible.
Great.
They're just incredible. Yeah, and general and strength and mutations.
Yeah, they just go from strength to strength, really, don't they?
They really do. Well, they go from general to strength. Yeah, if you want block first, normally. But that was a silly joke. Yeah, standard chaos. Really, really nice team. This is, I think, the right way to go about it because the warriors are really expensive. You have to buy them at the start. You don't bother with the cow because he just blitzes and takes all your SPPs off you. And I'm obviously going to be nice about this one because it's the same as spoilers. It's the same as my own team, which is in team in Division C, that I have picked.
So a relatively standard.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what Inveloset is able to do as well. Unfortunately, he had to drop out last season for the end of the season because he had some issues with his computer. But he got a new one, and he's back and ready to do some damage. Woo!
That is good news.
So delighted to have him back. Welcome back to the Eire Blood Bowl League, Inveloset.
Indeed. Bloods and Crypts. Love a pun name.
It's fantastic, isn't it? And Shume is a good man.
Find a good way of putting the player names into the theme.
Are they generic? Did he name them? No.
Rigor the Stiff.
No, he didn't.
Maybe he's going to just before, but like as it stands now, great team name. But we could have done with some gangster raps in.
I agree entirely. Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't know who's a blood and who's a crypt, but
no.
I'm sure
but,
Wikipedia.
I'm sure. Yeah, you can Google that stuff. So congratulations on your half-ass effort, Shumway. You made us laugh with the title, and then as soon as we opened the book, we were immediately bored to tears. So congrats. Yeah, an interesting list. He's only got 2 ghouls. So he's gone 2-2-2, by which I mean 2 mummies, 2 whites, 2 ghouls. He's got 2 skeletons, and 3 of them, and he's got 3 rerolls. So you'll notice if you're good at maths that you can drop one of those skeletons and have 30k, and they add together to make a 3rd ghoul. I really like the 3rd ghoul to start. So I'm surprised he didn't go with it. Fair enough. I suppose he just wants two to start with and see what he can do after that.
Yeah, I mean, well, they get killed, but they are also hard to protect early on when you're lacking block all over.
Sure, but I mean, Dodge is a really good defensive skill.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
And so buying them initially at the start means you're not going to replacing stuff later on. Also, they die anyway, so have 3.
Yes, okay.
You know, they're ghouls, like, yeah. It slows down the team pretty much. But Shumway knows what he's doing. This isn't his first rodeo. It's not his first time playing Undead either. So I'm super keen to see how he does with them overall. Yeah, that's fair. Shavide making a good point there. Thanatos pointing out that both skeletons can get a DP, which is a good shout. And Shavide would rather field a zombie for because you don't need speed for the fouling. I think one skeleton is probably fine, but some people just really like the movement 5. Personally, I'd rather the armor 8. Armor 8 regen is. I just really, really like it. I prefer it over the one movement 5 guy is fine, but I don't know.
Awesome.
Yep.
I mean, Undead start real strong, right? So
they do.
When
Feeky straight in, Feeky straight in with the jokes. Good man. Hey, Feeky, nice to see you. How are you? He does. The filthier, the better. Right, and we got PK83, Mod Supreme, and who played really well and got all the way to the quarterfinals as well with his dwarves. Was another victim of Shavide's in the recently finished final games. Standard orc team, really, really nice. It's got 4 black orcs, it's got 4 blitzers, it's got a thrower, and it's got 2 linemen, and it has 3 rerolls, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that team. You have 10k left in the bank that you try to get 40 so that you can get your apothecary after game 1, and then you're just rolling. The thrower build is it's an interesting one. Invalicet bringing up the thrower build. So Mr. Throw is a contentious issue, certainly on Twitch. If you ask anybody on Twitch, they are not a fan. I personally, I like him. I think he's cool. I like to use him. I know other people don't. There are other options available as well. You can take the goblins are pretty good as a ball carrier, especially early doors, because not many teams have tackle, and I'm not sure there's many dwarfs in this league. So let's we'll continue on. We'll have a look at what else is in the league, and so far we've got 2 chaos, the undead, the high elves, and orcs.
So the Norse Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. So here's the first of our Norse teams being played by the IPC. The IPC, that nice high elf team that he played last season, pretty good. It's a cool starting team. He's got 10k left over in the bank. He's gone with a thrower, which fair enough. I don't really like the thrower. I would drop the thrower, and the I'd just turn that into a normal lineman. Is there anything else you can do with that? There is. You get the 3 rerolls. Well, he's only got 10k left. 2 wolves, 2 zerkers, 1 runner, and a thrower. Yeah, fair enough. I suppose if you're going to take him, I'd probably as soon as just take a lineman and have the 30k left over so that I can buy my Apo straight away. I think I'd do that. I like the 2 wolf start. The zerkers, if you're going to have them, you start with them definitely. I mean they're fun. They're fun toys. They're fun bits. I like the lack of Yeti as well.
A bit of thought gone into these names.
Yes, there has. Yeah, and we very much appreciate that. I've purposefully not been making a deal of it because I believe you're going to make some points about it later, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got a top 10, but I'm not going to be able to call out every team. But so as I go along, I'll just kind of we can give them props as we go.
Fantastic.
Maybe we'll have a little vote in team chat in Twitch chat, see what other people think.
That could be fun.
Some of these guys I don't know
the
them. I don't know all of these guys. Do you know all of these guys?
They're wrestlers.
I know Ric Flair.
Yeah, they're all wrestlers.
Yeah.
Woo! That's Ric Flair.
I don't know if they're older or
Yeah.
new. I think they're probably newer than my era.
Yeah, AJ Styles is pretty old. Yeah. Well, come here. It's a Blood Bowl coach. So the guy's in his 40s. These were guys who were around in the mid 90s to late 90s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, fair
AJ
play.
Styles is definitely a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is a reference that I think we should all get. The Bohemian Rhapsody.
Indeed. Yeah, and my head is shaking as we go. So yeah, and we've got the bold Antonis, the Greek wonder that is Antonis, and his other Norse team. So this is the second Norse team in this division. Only 2 Norse teams in the entire league, and they're both in the same division, which is kind of interesting. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening indeed. So only 1 wolf, and he's gone with 2 runners and 2 berserkers. No thrower, obviously, but he has got an apothecary in. I think if you're starting with the 4, or the 5, I should say, positionals, yeah, the apothecary kind of makes sense. Although, honestly, just having 12 guys, 11 isn't enough Norse to get through a game mostly. But, he's probably right. You probably just spend the 50k there and you get the thing, and then you're able to make sure that it isn't the positional that gets killed, or permed or whatever, Yeah, starts with an Apo, yeah. So it's pretty good. It's absolutely fine. The only 1 wolf is, lose a lot of strength. But you get the Apo to start, so that's fair enough.
Excellent. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if they're going up against each other, which of the team compositions makes a difference.
Well, indeed, yeah.
Okay, so the Midnight Biters.
Yeah. So here we've got the first of our vampire teams. King of Confusion, who had a really nice lizard team that unfortunately didn't make it out of Division 1 last season for the playoffs. And he's gone for three vamps, 9 lads, and 4 rerolls. Very conservative way of playing it, but Apo equals 12th man, Apo a badly hurt. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But, well, I think he's more kind of concerned about it for the long run as well, though. Having the Apo at a start is good for the other thing. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, it's very conservative. You only got 3 vampires. You got 4 rerolls, which is absolutely loads of rerolls he put into them. They'll need them because none of your guys have skills. This is a fine start. This would be the recommended start for people. So, yeah. Vampires are amazing. They're godlike. If they get some stats, they're just incredible. So all of that is really, really good. 3 of them is a fine place to start. So what I'm trying not to say is that you can get more vampires in, because you can get more vampires in. You lose thralls as a result. You lose rerolls as a result, and you tend to lose games as a result. So this is a nice, sensible start. I see no problem with this. This would be, if somebody said, I'm going to play vampires in a league, what should I start with? This would be the team. Yeah? Hello, Sylvan. We have lost Sylvan.
So I'm muted.
Well done.
Do you remember that vampire player that we played while drunk after the season show? And how many vampires did he have? Was it 1 or 2?
He had this start because one of the guys was missing, and the guy he had that had leveled, he'd given him
strong arm,
yeah. Which made us all laugh.
We'll see if King of Confusion goes with strong arm on a thrall. No, it was a vamp.
Indeed. He was a very, very angry man.
He really was.
Yeah, and then we beat him up with goblins. It was very, very funny.
Cool, good times.
Yep.
So the Navan Creepers.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So first of our necro teams tonight. Quite a few necros. Apparently they were quite good. They were well piloted by some lad last year, which makes a bunch of people think that they were good and they're going to try them out by the looks of it. So it's a good start. Yeah, so the zombies, loads of zombies. You get 1 ghoul, you get 1 werewolf, you get 2 flesh golems, you get 2 whites, and you get 3 rerolls, which I think is a really, really good start. The other option is to instead of the ghoul, you drop a reroll, you take an extra wolf. which is very aggressive. You do have 2 wolves to start off with, which some people think is really, really good. But I think you need the 3 rerolls. I prefer this start. It's an interesting one because depending on which person you ask, they'll tell you which one they prefer. I think if you've got 2 wolves and stuff and you're able to restart your team straight away, if you're playing in CCL, yeah, go for it. But for leagues, no, you want the 3 rerolls because you have to plan it all out. You have to plan your progression of what you're doing and stuff as well. So yeah, nice team. This is going to be fun.
He's trying to fool people into thinking he's got an extra sub.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, nearly did it.
Well, he's making sure the zombies are. You go stand over there, zombies. You smell bad, and we don't want you in our team. So you just go stand over there.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
Oh, we did that. The danger of plays.
Yes, indeed. This is the third, counted third.
Oh, it's exactly the same, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's the Chaos team, third Chaos team in this league, in this division. So this is exactly the same as in Veloset. It's exactly the same as mine. It's what I'd call the correct start for a Chaos team. You've got 4 warriors, you've got 7 goats, and you've got 3 rerolls. So there's nothing really to be said about it. Looking forward to seeing what Kriv does with it. Yeah. Nice team. Page 2. We have the second of the High Elves. Yeah.
Now, some of these are these names of people. Well, we know Fiki.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I know all of these people because I know Corm, and yeah. So the Langer is yeah. So we should probably not be showing these names on on screen with his puff pass party.
It all becomes clear.
Indeed, yeah. So the thing he could do here is he's taken the 1 catcher instead of 1 thrower. He's still gone with the 3 rerolls. It's absolutely fine. And if you want the 3 rerolls, it's a good time to take them. But they're only 50k for the reroll, so it's 100k to buy it later, or it's 100k to buy a catcher later. I would much rather buy the reroll later and have the catcher to start, and also for the MVP builds. MVP. Likely to land on extra guys and stuff like that. So I'd probably swap one of the normal lads for a second catcher. 2 blockers, 2 blitzers, 2 catchers is a really, really nice start with 2 rerolls. But this is fine. This is absolutely grand. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
He's not going to know himself with agility 4. Corm is the Langer is normally a Skaven coach, who, through some urging of ours, decided to try out a bash team and played orcs for the last 3 seasons, and has come along really well. And he's not going to know himself having 4, he's used to having gutter runners, but these gutter runners are like really fast and really strong. So I'm really excited to see what he does with this team. I think he could play really, really aggressively, and that could suit him.
Ha!
So, yeah, ha!
Good. That was me thinking they were just out of unfit.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Struggle to run around as much as a normal High Elf.
Yeah, no, they'll manage.
Yeah. Druki, I don't know how to pronounce that, but we'll go with Druki County.
Yeah, Druki County it's a really funny name for it. Yeah, because Druki, Druki Violet, the paint and everything, and Druki is because it's a thing with the Dark Elves.
Yes.
It's actually very funny.
So it's like a new county.
Yeah, it's like calling
county.
it's like the Null Oilers, but yeah, basically. But yeah, well done to Minnie for her. I got the joke. Well done. But then I'm a big fat nerd, so go figure. So 2 reroll Dark Elf build. He's gone with 4 blitzers. Really, really solid. You can swap a blitzer out for a witch, which I think is slightly more optimized, but you lose out on a blocker. And instead of one of the linos, you can take a runner, which, again, I don't like because I don't think he's very good. Yeah, so it's an interesting one in Veloset. You basically get to decide which one you want at the start. Some of these teams are going to look, if you don't want me addressing you directly, some of these teams are going to look really weird to you because you're so used to watching people play on CCL. So you have to take into consideration assassins. You have to take into consideration that it's going to be slightly differently perceived. For what happens on CCL and what happens in the league. One which I think would probably be a good idea in here, but I can understand entirely why you wouldn't bother. The 4 block is just really, really good. That's why you're playing Dark Elf. You play Dark Elves because you've got 4 blockers. So just lean into it. The Witch does add a huge amount of extra dimensions, and she's expensive to buy later on. But, so is a Blitzer. So, fair enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice team. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with it. He's moving from Dwarfs to Dark Elves, so that's going to be cool. And I love seeing guys change up what they're doing overall.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall,
really
if we look at the league overall there, Sylv, so we've got Dark Elves, we've got 2 High Elves.
Page, yeah?
Yeah. We've got 2 1 Dark Elf, 2 High Elves, 2 Norse, an Undead, an Orc, 3 Chaos, and 1 Necro.
Baby Chaos.
So indeed, yeah. But 3 Chaos team is really, really interesting. So yeah, it's such a weird mix of teams. I can't wait to see what happens at the end of the season. So an important note, and good that we make it now, is that depending on what's in your division, it kind of will impact the type of skills you take, and depending on your schedule, it'll impact when you decide to go after those skills in particular. And I think this one is kind of, it's really open. You kind of need loads of different things, but I think everybody's just going to, the Chaos and the Norse kind of have one skill path progression. The Orcs are pretty much the same. The Dark Elves and the High Elves could do really, really well in this division just by leaning more into the fact that they're all dodgy and agility based. And just stay away from getting hit by things. But that's going to be hard when you've got 3 Chaos and 2 Norse and Orcs and stuff in your division. It's going to be hard to stay away from that. But yeah, I think the agility teams have kind of a slight edge here. Being able to lean into stuff a little bit more, leaning into their agility a little bit more, and just kind of dance around some stuff. Undead are obviously amazing to start, so they're kind of high up out of the box, and Orcs are really, really good out of the box. So I think that's it's really open. So I think this is a cool division.
Yeah, I think there's some really, really good coaches in here who've had a great amount of success in the past.
Definitely. We listed off 3 or 4 guys who were in the playoffs last season as well, so that's great.
And I would also sort of throw Antonis into that conversation.
Indeed,
man. He likes to only mainly win his own league or a cup.
He's done very well in several of the other online leagues he's involved in, but of course, we obviously have to make fun of him.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's Division A.
Yes. So let's find Division B.
Division B.
Okay. Starting off with...
So, not quite Thanatos, where we didn't decide to do so. We're kind of going to come back next week when we do, and talk about the games that have gone, where people are in the division, and then where they're going to be going next. So, it might impact how things go overall, so we didn't really want to discuss it. But great question, and thanks for asking.
Yeah, we were kind of going on the principle that tonight was the formal launch night, because this was the kind of deadline for accepting tickets. And I think there is one division where we've
got 2 guys missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's fine. We know what they're playing.
Exactly. The hype will be here next week for the actual games.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got some Chorfs.
Chaos Dwarves, yeah. So first up, it's some Chaos Dwarves, short and brutal bashers. It's an interesting way of spelling bashers. It's correct. I was gonna say bastards, but yeah, that was the joke. And then I didn't know how to work it in, and now I'm just talking. Hi, Sylvan. How are you?
I literally just took a little bite of food. It was a really bad timing. I wasn't expecting you to throw to me.
Fine. I'll just sit here with the tumbleweed.
It's tricky.
Terrible joke.
Not having. Exactly. Thanos was saving us with some memes.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah,
they're chorfs. Yeah. Let's call it like it is. They're absolute fucking cunts.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't care about monetizing, so I can say that.
So, an interesting build here. So, he's gone for the 2 reroll build. He's gone for the Apothecary build. It's all perfectly normal. He's got an extra lad, and he only has 5 chorfs. Two of those lads, the two bottom guys could be turned into one chorf instead of taking the extra hobgoblin. And I'm surprised he hasn't done that.
Yeah, me too.
Padster is a really good coach. Shavide saying what we all think. Yeah, indeed. So Padster is a really good coach. I've never seen him play anything that wasn't Bretonians, though. So I'm super excited to see what he plays. Or how he plays. Yeah. Interesting he's gone with the hobgoblins, though, because hobgoblins are trash. I suppose you know that they're trash, so you don't mind if they die, but like, why would you not have an extra chorf? It seems weird. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And the day one Apo as well.
Well, day one Apo makes sense, yeah. It's just the way the team builds, you see. So you should have 10k left over and 6 chorfs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. There are other chorfs. We'll see what they've done. Spoilers.
Cadaverous.
Oh, the bowl crow dog.
Motherfuckers.
So yeah, here's Crow Dog, and here's his team. So this is, I think it's the first time he's ever played Khemri, and I'm super stoked to see how he does with them. Crow Dog's an excellent coach. Had a really tight game with Shavide to knock him out in the semi-final. I've played him a bunch of times. He's actually got a winning record over me, I believe, which is pretty impressive, you know. Well, I mean, it's Blood Bowl. It just goes to show that anybody can lose a game of Blood Bowl. So it's a really nice Khemri team.
I mean, let's put it this way. I beat him very luckily. So
yes.
it really can happen. Anybody can beat anybody else.
There you go. What did you beat him? Your undead, was it?
Yeah, it was the one
Nice.
where it was the highlight of the clip show where he failed the inaccurate pass and it bounced out, and then my ghoul ran it in.
Yes,
and
that
it was
one.
like, I don't know, 1% probably to get.
Yeah, like it was a really improbable thing. Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah, well done.
Poor guy.
Well done. Yeah, indeed. You're really sad about it. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's kept me going for 3 seasons.
Yeah. Brilliant. So nice Khemri team. He's gone full positional. 2 throwers, 2 throw Raz. Sorry, 2 blitz Raz, and 4 big lads. I really like this team. I think it's great. I think it's really solid. The option is to drop one of the throw Raz and take an extra lad. And then you can't really get the third reroll in either way, even if you do that. So, yeah, I like the start. I think I like the 2 throwers. They do take up all of your SPP, but you need 2 of them, especially if one of them goes missing or if anybody does anything else. Yeah, Shavide commenting immediately on the on if you drop the 1 thrower, you get the extra lad, and or the extra 2 lads for that matter. But yeah, I honestly I think I prefer this because. What happens when one of your throwers gets hurt?
So let's see who in Twitch chat is fastest to tell us what these players are named after.
Oh, very good.
Let's see who can type the fastest. There's a slight delay.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Asking questions. I can change the settings so that it's got less latency delay on the chat, but
yeah, I don't think I get it either. Are they?
You don't know it?
No.
There we go. Thanatos is the first. The Wire.
Oh,
have you seen The Wire?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, Stringer Bell.
I should have got that. Yeah, of course.
Omar, of course.
Yeah, Omar Collin.
Omar the Blitzer. I mean, that makes sense.
This is great. Yeah.
The name Cadaverous Motherfuckers. I don't know if that's a quote from The Wire or it's not immediately,
No, he's there if you want to ask him.
Oh well, he's here. Yeah. He'll tell us. But
the last thing I saw him say was tumbleweed from my terrible joke earlier. So.
It is a prop joke quote.
It's a prop joke quote.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I figured it might be, but although I love The Wire, I wasn't able to spot the quote.
Good man.
Yeah, so let's see. The Atomic Poms.
Oh, I know who this is. Jetty Bear! So, Jetty Bear is a man who likes to pom. And likes to high roll. So what better team to high roll with than Kislev? So, bit disappointing that Jetty Bear didn't take a Teddy Bear. I mean, you can take a bear on this team, so why wouldn't you take the bear? And I'll tell you why. You can't take the bear if you take 3 blitzers, because 3 blitzers cost 330k, which is ridiculous.
That is quite. I mean, that is what's a war dancer? 120.
Yeah.
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 Pretty similar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Like, yeah. So 110 for 3 blitzers. Yeah, and he's got 1 catcher. Catchers are so integral to the team. You really, really need them. With the 3 blitzer build and the 1 catcher, you don't have a bear and you only have 3 rerolls, and then you fill with linemen. So it's it's Kislev, right? So there's a bunch of potential here, but they're not a good team. It's going to be interesting if you can keep the blitzers alive and can get them the skills. I mean, there's a reason they cost 110, right? So leaving them very long legs means they jump around on a 3. You give that agility and they're jumping around on a 2. That's ridiculously good. Jump up is a fantastic skill, really good to start with, and it's even better to start with when you've got diving tackle, which makes them an absolute pain to get away from. So being able to park your diving tackle anywhere you want, being able to run around the field, and in addition to that, they have access to general agility and strength, which is just ridiculous. The only other thing in the game that has access to general agility and strength is a vampire. So being able to get block, a dodge, stand firm, guard, mighty blow, piling on, tackle. I mean, they're ridiculously good. But are they worth 110? I don't know. If you can keep them alive, this team could go places. If they don't, I have no idea.
I think I played about 100, 120 games in CCL. I can't remember ever meeting Kislev. Nobody plays him, you know.
That's
really
fair.
Hard.
They're really hard to play. They're really hard to play. I'm super excited to see what he does with them.
So the naming scheme here is good. There's the physicists and the bomb names.
Yes.
Oppenheimer, of course.
Indeed. Yeah.
Bit morbid, funny though.
It's funny,
great.
right?
It fits in with the pomming. That's the key.
It does. Yeah, the palm is the thing. Yeah, it's little boy and fat man, and it's funny. So good job.
Now this is a reference that is going a little over my head. So you might need to help me with this. Bullying for winning. So I can see that it's the Irish politicians and Gimli.
Yes. So Gimli is pretty funny there. That's really funny.
But you can get onto the naming if you want to do that after the team.
So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that this was set up in a way so that we could all laugh at the thing, and then he's going to do some slight alterations to the team before the start of the game. So absolutely fantastic. There's a bunch of ex-presidents down at the bottom, or ex-Taoiseach, I should say, and Kenny, Eamon de Valera, and good old Charlie himself. So they're really funny, and then there's the Bull McCabe. That's his field. Say it with me, Sylvan. That's his field. That's his field.
That's his field.
Yeah, there you go. Good man. So really, really funny. So this only has 1 bull. He needs a bull, and he needs to drop a reroll, and then it would be fine.
Yeah, he's got the 6 dwarves, but the 1 bull seems.
Yeah,
really.
Like I said, I hope it's for the joke of Bull McCabe, right? So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. No stakes here. I really, this is great.
It's really funny. The fact that he's back with, so there was no snakes here last season, and he's back with no stakes here. Very, very funny. Admin extraordinaire, Scrofula, the finalist of the last cup, and excellent player. Is back with some vampires. He's been saying he wanted to do vampires for a few seasons, and I'm delighted that he's going to go for it. He's gone for the safe start, exactly the same as King of Confusion. He's got the 3 vamp 4 rerolls, 9 lads. Really good start.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing wrong with it.
I
think Peter could. I think he could have got more guys. I think he's good enough to play with, to start with 4 or even 5. I mean, I've tried the 6 start and it's stupid. But so don't do that. It's fine in CCL. Don't do it at home. But yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, famous vegetarians and famous vegetables.
Indeed.
Which I think is a lovely combination.
They're very, very funny. If he is pointing out that the last time he called his players after food, he had a Bretonian team that he named entirely after food, and Angus came along and ate it.
Yeah,
with his orcs.
He's a hungry boy.
Yeah. So it was very sad. I think he had. I think he took I'm not joking. I think he took 600 TV off him in one game, and it was a rookie team.
Wow.
It was horrendous.
Yeah, I was gonna say get rid of the bloat, but
no, there wasn't any. I think he had one guy with 4 skills, because we random rolled who was getting skills, and yeah, it was funny. So, all glory, Hypnotoads, blah 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 blah.
The Ardery returns.
The Ardery, well done. The Ardery has returned. Shavide, the champ, he who can fight Dimmy G, is back, and he has gone with Kislev as well. He did put this to the vote in the general, and everybody thought, oh, let's give him the really terrible team. I have played this guy with his Slan on tabletop, and I'm really glad I'm not in this division, because Shavide is in here with these guys. I really look forward to the absolute hair-pulling shenanigans people are going to do. So he's gone with a different start, obviously. He does have the bear, which is great, because the bear is amazing, because the bear is a Croxagore, and the Croxagore is amazing. He's got 3 rerolls, because that's all you can afford if you go with this build, which has 1 bear and 3 catchers. You fill it out with linemen. That's all fine. The 3 catchers, the problem with taking the 3 catchers is your strength is down considerably. But, they're only 80k, and they have leap very long legs and diving catch, and they are agility 4, so they jump around the place on a 2. They're better at leaping than a war dancer is. They go anywhere they want. They get block, and they get dodge, and they get guard if they roll doubles. They get so many brilliant skills. They get sidestep. They get strip ball. They're just really, really good. So if they survive, this is Kushti. If they don't, you just start again. But at least they're not as expensive as the Blitzers, so you're not having to start right from scratch, And so he also gets the apothecary in this build. I should have said, sorry. Yeah.
I mean, so I was just going to say, I remember a Rick Reckless Kislev run 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, it's a while back, but those were unicorn Kislev. Yeah. Yeah, they were incredible, because I did outline a minute ago the skills that you can get on the Blitzers. So he had Blodge, Stand Firm, Guard, on all of them. One of them was a proper killer with, piling on Mighty Blow, Tackle, blah, blah, blah. I think a couple of the Stand Firm, Guard, Blodge lads also had Tackle. He had 3 agility lads of linemen who all had wrestle and strip and tackle, and
I think he played them well to get to that point, though, right?
But he also put
chaos.
I think he put nearly 60 games on them to get them there. And we're talking 2,200 Kislev. There's a reason we all refer to them as unicorn. They're it shouldn't be seen, but they were just incredible. And he played a game where he just rolled 1s, and that was that. And he got knocked out of the thing. It was really sad. But, Rick took it in his usual Rick style.
Danton here putting us to shame, just casually mentioning that he played Rick's Kislev that live on in my memory.
Weren't they just ridiculous, Danton? I mean, what a team, you strength bust one of the... Was you the strength bust one of the Blitzers as well, I think? And I just saw Wanderer's point. They get strength 2, they get dead. We're going to come to this in a second as well. All well and good to you to be throwing stones now, but wait until we get to your team, mister. Strength 2 doesn't matter a damn if you're not in base contact, or if you just run away. Oh, was it already busted? Okay, fair enough. I was going to give you some credit there. You could have lied. Nobody would have checked it.
Nobody would have checked. Speaking of Danton, here he is.
Danton. Hog Mapone. Very good. Pog Mahone reference there to kiss me bum. Even Sylvan knows what Pog Mahone means.
Oh, shit. No, I can't remember.
It means kiss my ass.
Oh yes.
It's what the Pogues are named after, except they weren't allowed. They weren't allowed to say Pogue Mahone, so they were just changing themselves to Pogues. So the kisses. I did allude to this earlier on, the fact that you can get the three. You can get the three ghouls and the two whites and the two mummies, and you can get the one skelly who's normally there for fouling. It's a really good team. It's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. Danton is an excellent coach. We're really lucky to have him in the division, and I'm super looking forward to seeing how he gets on. And it's a shame he's not in my division, because I'd love to play him, because playing good people is always good.
Yeah, I hope.
So congratulations on picking a really good team and picking the correct skills, or the correct positionals for your roster. Yeah. Well done. And who would have thought that Danton would have come in and done it all perfectly?
And I personally hope that you don't get 5 MVPs on your skeleton in the first 7 games, as I did.
Yeah, that guy had like 50-something skills, or 50-something star player points. It was pretty hilarious.
By far the highest skilled player in my whole team.
Nothing at all. He's new. Is the long and short of it spelling mistakes. So I'm just being really nice to him. We've traded a few jokes online, but I haven't got a chance to properly go to town on him yet. I'm always nice to people initially. Here's Papa Bow back with more dwarfs. It's dwarfs. I don't like this build. He's got 2. It's the full positional build. So you get 2 runners, 2 blitzers, 2 troll slayers. Do you want to guess why I don't like it?
There's not enough longbeards.
Or not enough longbeards. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. Longbeards are just too good for you not to take them. So yeah, runners can't get guard. I mean, what good are they? Slayers can't get. Slayers can get guard, but you don't want to give them guard because they're turnover machines anyway at the best of times, and they're armor 8. So dwarfs are good at being armor 9 and really slow and just kind of sucking all of the fun out of everything within a 5-mile radius. So why would you add in fun things? I mean, seriously. I understand why people play it like this, because you can get it in there for 1,000, but, I don't like it.
I guess it's more fun.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Troll Slayers are fun. You can take 1. Invela said, thanks so much for hanging out, buddy. Really, really nice to see you. Please make sure you do give us a follow.
Oh yeah,
so that we can do it.
That's very true. If you're here and you haven't followed yet, give us a follow. Go on, give us a follow.
So cheers, buddy, and best of luck in your game this evening. I hope it goes well for you, and we'll be keeping an eye on it.
Excellent.
So take it easy. Nice one.
All right, next up,
Unforgiven. This made me laugh so much. So hey Aidan, how's it going? Unforgiven Ireland. He's playing Undead. So we just saw another Undead team. Anything strike you as different?
I was just looking at chat for a second.
Okay.
3 goals.
So they're all skeletons?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, they're all skeletons, because skeletons are movement 5. So that means he has like 3 less GFIs to take a turn. Because it's Unforgiven, who would just take GFIs all the time. It's fine. I get it. He prefers skeletons. Some people like the strength 7 and the thick skull, or the armor 7 and the thick skull. They're not zombies. The movement 5 is cool, but they're armor 7. It brings the overall armor of the team down quite a lot as well. So you end up getting a lot of guys just kind of knocked down.
So he's betting on getting the free zombies.
Yeah. Oh, he's just gonna get them.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, best of luck with that. Fair enough. Yeah, best of luck with that. With your whole team stunned. And fair enough.
Wonderful.
Delighted to have you along. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. Fair play to the name puns.
Of course. Yeah. No, they are fantastic. There's a bunch of. I don't even follow soccer, and I got the references. So well done.
Yeah, and it's a veritable who's who of famous Liverpool players from the past. Dietmar Harmeman, Steve McMahon.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Give it up for that.
Well done.
All right, Jarvis, back with not goblins.
Not goblins, not undead. Yeah, I like this team. It's really, really good. Except for one thing, he doesn't need the 4 rerolls. He needs 12 girls. Other than that's a straight swap. Other than that, it's really, really nice. I probably wouldn't take the thrower either. I'd take 2 catchers. And the reason you're taking the catchers is because they have access to agility, which gives them sidestep, and having the 4 guard stand firm with the blitzers and having the 2 side steppers and the forms of the catchers just makes a little bit more sense. But having said that, I suppose he wants to be able to have the ball and pass it and catch it and all the rest of it. But only one catcher is not optimized, and I would rather he had 12 girls instead of 4 rerolls. So
4
12
is a
and
little
3.
much, isn't it? Especially when you've got dodge.
But I suppose you don't have a huge amount of anything else. But like, what are you going to spend it on? Would be the question you'd ask when you've already got 11 people and you're going, well, they've got dodge and 4 of them have blodge, so why do I need more of them? But you do.
Yeah.
Because they just they fall over and they put themselves out. I mean, with 11 girls on the pitch, mathematically they'll fail enough dodges for them to remove at least one of them. So you'll need the 12th.
Yeah.
is a way of looking at it. If you moved them all in 12 turns, one of them would be removed. So there you go.
The biggest theme, team name wise, the Pale Appreciation Squad.
Hey, spelling mistakes. How's it going? You in the chat there, buddy? How's it going? Yeah, in the first of our series of Let's Bully David, we have the Pale Appreciation Squad, which is being played by his good buddy Sirens. So he's gone for Delves, and like I said earlier, you take Delves because you want your 4 blockers, and like I said earlier, if you do want it, you can, instead of having 10 left over towards your apothecary, you can spend 10 on getting the runner. I don't like runners, but I can see why people do, and fair enough, he wants to have a runner. It gives you access to passing skills, but you need that guy to get like all of the skills before you can really tap his potential. Dump off people talk about how great a skill dump off is, but it works when you're hit. So that's where the argument kind of ends for me. Why is your ball carrier being hit? So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and Dave has calmed down enough to note that superb naming here.
It was, yeah.
The Knack McFeagles, the wee free men from Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Don't know that is directly related to Pale, but that seems to have been a last minute addition to his team naming scheme.
Yeah, he had the team made and then realised how much it would annoy Dave, so he went back now.
So fair, you've got to give the man full credit, ruining his whole team naming scheme
just to get one over on Dave.
To get one over Dave.
Yeah, which is great.
Now this is a team that only arrived late, so I haven't had a chance to see them yet.
It's an AI team. It's not actually there. Yeah,
that's
so
why.
The team we're missing is Vatic, and missing Vatic. Oh, it is Vatic in this, isn't it? This division. This division B. Yeah, it's Vatic and it's Chorfs. Right, so Vatic's Chorfs have to be put in here,
couple of bulls and 6.
Yeah, 2 bulls, 6, 3, and 2 and 1 apothecary. Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that would be what I was expecting. I would be very surprised if it's anything else.
Vatic, if you're listening,
there you go.
Your fucking ticket.
It's a great question, Fiki. I think it is. I think that's definitely a slight buff to it overall. Is it worth taking a runner overall? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, because you just work around it. I mean, even if it's something you can do anyway, you just kind of work around it. So I don't know. I just think it's kind of a non-skill. It's a fun skill and it's really cool. And if it was, if I was forced to take a thing, it would be fine. But yeah, he still needs block and dodge and, loads of other things. How are you, Scruff? Great to have you along. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Awesome. I got to keep it moving because this is fun, but it's got there's a lot of teams.
I play a game in half an hour as well.
To give everybody,
it is.
It's nice to give everybody their fair due. It's the start of a new, fresh cycle. Everybody's, kind of like anything can happen, right? The dream is alive, and it's great to be able to look 100%. At everybody's team.
Yeah,
but we'll have to. There's no time limit. But we'll have to keep moving.
Yeah, I've got a game in half an hour as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first game of the league, which we'll get to in a second.
We're going to be We're halfway
It'll be
through.
fine. Be fine.
Okay.
Be fine.
We're gonna
We're more
have to
than
move
halfway.
faster.
Yeah. This isn't helping. So, lovely dwarf team. Angus back after the success of his really nice lizards, but he did get taken out by the Zons in a bit of a shock upset, we must say. But it was really, really good. So this is a really nice dwarf team. If you're going to take the Slayer, this is the right way to go about it. Personally, I'd rather the Slayer turned into a normal lad, and you have the money for an apothecary there. But the Slayer's fun, so you know.
Yep.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the no fun zone. But so if you take the Slayer, it's cool. Depends on the division you're in as well. Sometimes the Slayer is really useful.
I do like the naming here.
Yep.
I was expecting, like Aerosmith and
exactly.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And then I click in and it's like, oh,
and
okay.
they're actual heavier metals. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Uranium and berkelium.
Yeah,
he's gone for the really obscure ones as well.
Of course he has. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm a huge fan of all of Angus's naming structures. The Chocoholics were hilarious.
Yes.
Harry Heretic.
Yeah.
So Orcs, Wazdrag's hard boys. I think Wazdrag is technically he's a speed freak, isn't he? And Ard boys as well are. It's a bit 40k, but we'll forgive him because he's a 40k player, and 40k players, as you know, are higher up the evolutionary nerd trail than others. So we'll allow him away with it. It's a nice team. It's an orc team. It's got a Mr. Throw. It's got the 4 black orcs. It's got the 4 blitzers, and it's got 2 lads, and it's got 10k left over. So you only need 40 for your apothecary, and it's the correct start.
Yeah. He should get off to a better start than with his Nurgle as well. That were a tough start for Harry last time.
Yeah,
Secura back with his ogres again.
Yeah, he was totally not going to bring them, and then went, nah, I just had too much fun. So he's back with his ogres. Yes, Cash and Carnage, which is pretty funny. And the lads are all pretty funny. They've all got I really like the guy called the Nerves as well. It's funny.
Yeah, panic buying, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So, very funny names. It's a nice team. He was tempted to go with the 6th Ogre and the 0 rerolls, but talked himself out of it. Because, you have to be crazy enough to play Ogres. You have to be very crazy to play Ogres in a league. You have to be insane to play them for 3 seasons and then come back and play them again. And you have to really hate yourself to have 6 Ogres and 0 rerolls.
Yes.
So I think for everybody's sake, I'm glad that Secura he only needs a hug. He doesn't need actual intervention.
Yeah. Good luck. I haven't been saying good luck to every team, but every team does deserve good luck. Even if they are ogres. The Fast and Nefarious.
Yeah, the Fast and the Nefarious. The first of our Fast and Furious. It's about family. It's about family. We have 2 teams that are based on this. So, Kurikeshi, who also played Nurgle last year. So both of the Nurgle players are in this division, and it's a nice team. It's only got 1 reroll, because he's gone for the 2 witches. This is, I think, fine. Kurikeshi can play Blood Bowl, so I don't think it's as much of an issue as it looks. I think it's fine. I think it's a little saucy, but I think it's fine. I'm super excited to play him.
Yeah.
This is the game this evening, by the way.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so really excited to play
it. Real great representation of funny naming schemes in this particular division.
Yes.
No half measures here.
No, none at all.
Norwegian birds, and also he's picked a particularly good team logo.
Yes, a matching logo, one might say.
It's not always easy.
No. So this team, we should give a caveat. This team is a game old.
Yes.
So this team has already actually had a game. So the team is locked in. We can already see it, and it has lost a lineman. A skeleton has passed away. Hilariously enough, a skeleton who was called Shuffled Off This Mortal Coil has died. With the money that he got, and he won the game 1-0. He managed to get a touchdown on one of his blitz rounds. He got 2 Kaz on the other one. And he has, instead of rehiring the guy, he made enough money to buy a new throw ra. So he's got a throw ra with 0 experience, because he just bought him after the first game. So so he's got 3 rerolls. and made enough money to get this guy after the first game, which is really, really cool. So fair play to him. Well done to Thanatos.
And did get the win as well.
He did get the win, and 1-0 victory. And those SPP are just ridiculous. That he got them all on his thrower as is fantastic. Yeah, exactly. Started one lineman, -1 thrower. Now you've got them both. Sleeg. Yeah, so Sleeg.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I was told what this was, and I didn't get it. Is it... Oh, somebody remind me what the Beltalowda is. Oh, yes, I do. It's Beltalowdas. They're from The Expanse.
Oh, right. I've read the book.
And these are all... Yeah, they're all guys from... I have not, but I've seen some of the series. So, yeah, they're all guys from The Expanse.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so it is actually quite cleverly named. Gus, the complete nerd, was really happy with them. Thought it was hilarious. He even guffawed, and at one point he had to take off his glasses and polish them before he put them back on.
That's way beyond a sensible chuckle.
Yeah, right. So yeah, and they're all badass women characters. Yeah. Look at him. He's like, oh, they're so great. Jesus, why don't you marry it? Like. So, I'm not sure of the team. He needs to get rid of both the throwers and get an extra girl.
Yeah, I think that was similar to the comment on the last one.
Yeah. So, yeah. You don't need throwers. Yeah. I mean, you can get them later if you really want it, but I don't think you need them. It's a league. Maybe one will be fine, but if you drop 2 of them, you get an extra girl, and that's just better.
Prove us wrong, Slig. Perfectly welcome.
Prove us wrong.
We're only filling space, so all opinions.
I don't know what I'm on about. I'm terrible at Blood Bowl.
Well, there's a reason why I'm doing the focusing on the names.
We're both here for a very good reason, and that's because you've got the technology, and I like the sound of my own voice. So
that is exactly it. There's nothing beyond that. No expertise at all. 50 Shades of Dark Elf. Again, I was expecting something a bit saucy. Maybe of sexual positions. No.
Indeed. No. They're sunglasses.
Of shade.
Yeah. It's 50 Shades.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're brands of dark glasses, which is really
that
funny.
Was a sensible chuckle.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it was the old switcheroo. I see what you did there. I did tell him that I'm just going to call them Fiki Shades. Fiki Shades. Yeah. Yeah, Fiki Shades Dark Elf team. Yeah. So great team, really, really nice. My preferred start. I think it's really solid, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Fiki does with them. He had a absolutely picture perfect. This is what an orc team should look like. By the end of the last season, it just didn't work out from the last season, but it was an excellent team. Really nice skill choices, really well developed. I think he had more touchdowns on his black orcs than he did on the blitzers or the thrower. Didn't suffer one casualty the entire way through, not one death the entire way through.
Wow.
There was a couple of guys who were injured. It was so early in the thing that he just fired them and replaced them rather than go without for the next game. It was really ruthless all the way through, and it was really, really great. Didn't get any stats. Got a couple of doubles, but yeah, it was a beautiful team. It was a shame not to see him go further. COVID-19s. So we've got a bunch of famous people who've had COVID-19, which is really funny. This team has also had a game in that it was the team that played against Thanatos, which happened on Tuesday night. So he also lost a guy. Who was it died? Oh, Lee Mack died. Yeah, he was not going out, but he was going out. Oh, that's not a Lee Mack joke. That's
Michael
Mickey
McIntyre.
That's Mickey Flanagan.
Flanagan is the out.
Yeah. I should have. I had something prepared, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, and unfortunately, Tom Hanks is also MNG.
He's in quarantine.
He is.
He's in the hotel Australia, tweeting about how important it is to, care about COVID in the early days.
That's right. Yeah. Lee Mack is the guy out, but Trump being number one is pretty hilarious.
Trump the beast. I mean,
Trump being a beast. It was very funny. So well done. Exciting stuff for Home Slice. Going to be a tough season.
Always tough to start as Nurgle. Always.
It's Nurgle. They're just bad.
I mean, they're not going to be good.
They're so good when they get there.
Your own
this
team.
is some,
you get to
some shitter. Just some shitter. I wouldn't worry about it. It's the correct start for a Chaos team. We'll see how it goes. It's a nightmare division.
You were leaning over the shoulders of the people and sort of
well, there are 4 Chaos teams. I did say I just said I've been playing Chaos. I was going to play Chaos for ages. I was tempted to change when I thought there was going to be lots of other people, but then I saw what else was there and was like, well, no, I'm not going to bother. I do regret it though. I should have gone with Bretonnians. There's no Bretonnians in it, so it would have been nice to see some Bretonnians. There's no humans either, which is a shame. They do like humans. I probably would have played humans. But it is what it is.
So for anybody not clear on the naming, they're baby chaos. So they are baby, like the way a baby would say the 4
chaos gods.
Chaos gods.
Yep.
Chaos undivided. The beast name, the beastman, is a slightly different theme for the beastman.
Yeah, well, they're just kind of they're normal guys because they're not actually the guys that are the 4 chaos gods.
Yeah.
So there's Normagor and there's Normal Agor and Avenger or Average Agor and Andrew.
Yeah. You gotta have it.
It tickled me. It's such a me joke, isn't it? Isn't that a ridiculous me joke? It's something that I found absolutely hilarious. I grow myself a moustache purely so that I could tweak it with enjoyment about how stupid that joke is.
Wags and GFs.
GFIs, yeah.
The wags and girlfriends.
In a true 180 of what we'd expect from Will Walsh, he's decided to go with orcs this season.
Shocking.
I know, right?
But he's named them
he had
all
so much time.
He's named them all after women-ish types of women. Yes.
They're
wags and girlfriends. So
they're wags and girlfriends. So they're the girlfriends and stuff of various members
the fact
of
that
the
you have a better
group.
halfling.
Indeed.
Harble's hand, a little harsh. A little harsh.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a little much, but it's very funny.
Yes. What about the team? I mean, it's an orc team, right? There's only really one build.
Yeah. Well, you say that. It's an orc team, and it's got all that you want. So.
And he should know how to play them by now.
Indeed. Oh, look, we've got some orcs.
Ah.
And the reason I said, well, you say that.
Oh, wow, okay.
Many ways to crack an egg. So this is Count Cracula. I don't know much about the guy. It's his first time in the division. He's got 2 goblins, which I really, really like. He's got the 4 black orcs. He's only got 2 blitzers, 12 lads. And I don't really like that overall. The reason he's not got the 4 blitzers is because he's got 4 rerolls. I really hope he sees this before the things, because I do think he needs to. It's a straight swap. You just drop a reroll that gives you 60k, and the 50 and 30 is 80. So you just drop the reroll and turn that reroll into 2 more blitzers instead of 2 linemen.
Blitzers, you got to get those SPP.
Yeah, you have to have the blitzers. Yeah. Or you're just going to be on the back foot all the way through, and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
By all means, keep the 2. I don't mind keeping the 2 goblins. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they're really good. But I would change that.
And then
don't click that. And we've got Broadsword. Ollie's an incredible player. Has been in CCL in Chalice a couple of times as well, and is exceptional. I'm really looking forward to this. He's gone for the 2 ward answers and 1 catcher and 2 reroll.
Yeah.
So didn't go for the full 0 reroll. I thought he might, but it's cool that he didn't, I think, overall, because it is a league. So I have seen him start with the 3 and 0 rerolls. He's well capable. But I think he's probably better off taking it slow. Because he's got 11 games before he doesn't need to do anything, you know?
I've played his Wood Elves twice in CCL, and I think he's I mean, he definitely won both games. I think they were fairly narrow,
cool.
But I knew that he was kind of in control all the time. It was
the last time I played him was his Wood Elves versus my Ogres in Antonis League, and that went about as well as you can imagine. I think it was a 5-0.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, with a quick GLHF and then a GG, and while I would have typed back, but I was busy crying into the keyboard. Don't play ogres. Don't play ogres.
I keep forgetting. I was going to ask chat for their predictions of eventual division winners. I've left it a bit late now because I should have done it at the end of each one. But I'll throw it out there for now. If in chat anybody has any favourites for coming out on top of this? I mean,
so I'm catching up on some chat. I hadn't read through it. Good jokes in there. Well done.
It is. I definitely would be putting Lathandir in there as a very strong.
For
player.
Sure. Willie's got orcs.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
I think Fiki with Darkos could be exceptional. I think Kurikashi really knows his way around the Blood Bowl pitch.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a really, really tough division.
You know what you're doing, but Chaos, Baby Chaos is a
Baby Chaos
are pretty
start. Trash. Yeah, I think Thanatos can do really well as well. He's already off to a really nice start as well. Getting those SPP on those blitzes, oh man, it's just such a great start. Like, I mean, 1-0 against Nurgle is fine, but to get 3 SPP on one of them and 4 on the other guy is just such a big start. Like those are huge points, because once you've got levels on the blitzers, you can start throwing 3 dice everywhere. But which he did the other night, but he was hitting armor 8 and 9, so he wasn't doing a huge amount of stuff. But yeah. So I think it's a really tough division, and I think it's going to be really, really fun. So we're on to Division D and
Division D. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, it is yourself.
It is me in my new team.
Would you look?
I know.
Would you look who it is now,
I've yet to get salty and depressed because the cycle is
you haven't played yet.
It's only No, I'm. It's all in front of me.
Yeah, there's at least 2 turns before you decide to go. Oh well, GG.
maybe 3.
Yeah.
So just the one wolf.
Yeah,
just
one wolf, one ghoul, and the 2 golems and the 2 lads and the 3 rerolls. It's a really good start. It's my preferred start. I think it's really, really good. It's the right way to go.
Fingers crossed.
Really good. We should comment on the team name as well. The names are really, really funny. Whisking, another JFI, and they're all named after hilarious instruments of consumption.
Having the double theme of my coach name and my team name made me chuckle.
Indeed, yeah, because you have a spork in there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Spork!
So
and
hopefully he doesn't
opener.
die immediately.
Yeah. Well, he's a flesh golem. I would be very worried if he died immediately.
Well, the second wolf is going to be the potato peeler to deal with any potatoes.
Well, anybody who decides to run off and tato immediately gets peeled. I love it.
The Expendablins.
Yeah, it's a really funny name. They're all named hilariously as well, and it's really, really fun. Horrible, another admin supreme. So it's a weird thing. I'm going to give you a second to work out where all the TV on this is, because it's 7:30. And he's got 70 in the bank.
Yeah. I mean,
so 2 rerolls.
I don't really get 2 trolls.
Yeah. But where's all the money gone?
Well, he's got the. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it.
No, you're fine. Before I'll put you out of your misery.
Yeah.
So check his club. Check his. Click on club. He's got the Nuffle altar straight away.
Wow.
And it's in America, which is really, really funny. But yeah, he's got the Nuffles altar straight away, which is really, really cool.
So that's the upgrade and the altar you have to buy up front, is it?
Yeah, you do, yeah. But he doesn't need the money, right?
True.
And he's immediately up against everybody else has 1,000, so he's immediately got 270 to spend, right?
Yeah. Now,
so this team just comes with Ripper.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which is pretty good. I probably wouldn't have gone with the bomber and I wouldn't have gone all bombs. I would have, because he needs the lads. Because one of the problems with the goblin build is that you need more guys, because if it's a short drive or if they score or something, you don't have the bribes to keep everybody on the pitch.
He has no subs.
No subs, yeah. There's a bit of a worry. So I don't think I would have bothered with the Fanatic's cool. I'd probably keep the Fanatic because he's fun and because you can get a second one. I don't think you need the Looney, and I don't think you need the Bomber. The Bomber's a fucking liability.
Yeah.
But super excited to see what he does with this overall.
Eliod is streaming Goblins earlier today.
He was indeed, yeah. He's just started up the startup thing. Of course, he is of the opinion that you shouldn't have any secret weapons; that you should just buy them if you want.
Yeah.
This the other thing he's missing is the Pogoer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's no Pogo.
Yeah,
Pogo's best player on the team.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, Harbaugh knows what he's doing.
He does.
And like you say, you know, he's going to be coming in with those star players.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
People will underestimate Goblins.
Not in this division.
Maybe not.
We all know what we're doing. Well, everybody knows what they're doing here. Oh, except this guy. What the hell? Who's this? The Wanderer. Where is he wandering to? I don't know. That's the real question. The Egg Porkopolis. Apocalypse.
The Egg Porkalypse.
Egg Porkalypse.
The Egg Porkalypse. It's
Right.
pretty close.
And they're all.
I like it.
I'm just making fun because it's Jer and Jer smells. So it's a really nice team. It's Wood Elves. He's got it done right. It's 2 catchers and two Ward Elves and 1 catcher. What more do you want, right?
Yeah.
When I checked earlier on, he had a thrower, not a catcher. So that's why I was going, we'll wait till we see what happens later on, because he'd not taken the strength 2 guy. Sometimes people don't take the strength 2 guy because you're like, but he's strength 2. He's move 8, and he's got sprint and sure feet, or sprint, and he's got dodge, and he's got catch. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, and he slipped in a sausage.
Yeah. Oh man, he's so good. Like he just has, like he'll just get dodge or block by the end of the game, because he's definitely scoring twice. So, yeah.
There's Human. His spelling mistakes his team.
Yeah.
He's got too many names.
Yeah. Hello, Human. And it's the correct start. It's the same. There's 3 Necro teams. They're all built correctly. 1 Wolf, 1 Ghoul, 2 and 2, and 3 rerolls. Really, really good.
We shall see now how badly we can play them in comparison to Chavite.
Well, as we all know, you're not properly necroing if you don't blitz with a wolf and immediately dodge him back because you made a mistake and frenzy trapped yourself, right?
Yeah. Now, Dublin Bay Duffers, is this a reference that I wouldn't understand?
I'm not sure. So, I can't read the screen because it's too small on my... Because it's on the...
Male
so
pattern
I can't.
ballness. Pass rickets, please. The thin fellow. But I don't. Was
really
there
funny.
A TV show, Dublin Bay, or something? I don't know.
I think it just might be just people who are from Dublin. Is that
it's just people, random people from Dublin. I see.
Yeah.
What's Sluts End?
What's what?
A Sluts End. Sluts End.
Sluts End.
Sluts End.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, you're so funny. Oh man. So yeah, there is a place called Rings End. I don't know if that's the joke or that's what he was going for there. I'm not really sure.
It's a place in Dublin.
It is, yeah. It's the name of the place in Dublin, yeah.
It made it on the list.
Yeah, Melbourne Ball Nest is just so funny. Well done. Okay.
All right, eye power with wealth. Another one down.
Yeah, indeed. So, it's another Wood Elf team. Sucks to have both of them in the same division. Would have been nice to spread the love. Everybody's going to have sure hands so early. Because there's 2 Wood Elves in the same division. He's gone for the thrower instead of the catcher. I think that should be swapped. Otherwise, it's fine. 2 Ward Answers are amazing.
I think we were talking about this coach knowing what he's doing. Am I right? He's got.
No, I don't know who this coach is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're new. It's their first time in the season. I don't know who they are.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, indeed, welcome along. Yeah, I think you should change your lad for another lad. Yeah, well, for another one down, and another one down, and another one down.
Yeah, great. We should be. I should actually make a bigger effort to say welcome when it's new coaches. But we're blasting through this.
Yeah, indeed. Elados is here with his Norse, so back with more Norse, although he only played Norse for 1 season as well, so no bother there. So, 3 rerolls, Apo, only 11 guys, has the cheerleader and the fan factor, which he doesn't need. He's mad for throwing that extra money away, but just don't spend it. I would really like to see those 20k being used to what can he do? He needs a runner.
Yeah,
he needs a runner.
Maybe just one berserker.
One berserker would do, but you can get one. You can get 2 wolves, 1 berserker, 1 runner, or you could drop the Apo and take the Apo, drop the 2 extras, take a runner. And that's the full cost. That's 60, 70, 80. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, Elidus.
Yeah, best of luck, man. Yeah, he knows what he's doing with the things. So. Yeah, orcs. So yeah, Ginger Wolf, another vet player. So no mystery throw.
Yeah.
So 4, 4, and 3.
And so no mystery throw. The Apo.
Save the money for the Apo. Yep, I think it's fine.
Yep.
Yep. He's a contentious thing at the best of the time. So yeah, why bother with him? You just give one of the line orcs sure hands. It's not like you're throwing it anyway. And if you are throwing, you're probably throwing with somebody else. You don't need the throw skill. You do need the sure hand skill. So if you want to put it on somebody, you give it to a blitzer, or you give it to a blocker, or a lineman.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the lineman is the same movement and has armor 9. So, yeah.
And now this is the coach. I think I'm remembering that has.
Yeah, Raging 82, team captain for Team Ireland.
Welcome,
so Raging 82 is
to the division.
Yeah, indeed. Welcome to the division. So this is Monsieur Lanaf, team captain for Team Ireland in the NAF events that have gone on over the last couple of years. So delighted to have him here. Yeah, it's orcs done right, standard, same as the other orc teams we've had, except the one slightly changed one, and Ginger Wolf doesn't have a mystery throw. But again, we know that mystery throw is a contentious issue, so it's up to what you do. Do you know?
Yeah.
So this is good. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Raging 82 is able to do.
Yeah, I hope their team colours are slightly different from each other. It's the big scrum.
It does matter, doesn't it? Yeah. Just looking out for who has the white ring under them.
Yeah.
So rat on a stick, 1 copper. Yeah. So Goblin Insane is back with not goblins. He's gone rats. What do you think?
I like rats.
Yeah.
They almost always beat me.
Yeah, they're assholes. Yeah.
Gotta run.
So he's gone with the no roger build, which I really like. So no roger, 4 gutter runners, and the thrower, and an apple.
I didn't notice that he didn't put them all together. 4 gutter runners. Oh.
Yeah, he's got the 4 gutter runners and a thrower and 2 storm vermin. And no spare guys, but you've got an Apo, so you kind of need the Apo when you've got so many guys to start. But it's just great to have it anyway, even for a badly hurt or whatever, you know.
Yeah, they start so fast. You lose
4 gutter runners is just ridiculous, and that thrower is going to be super handy as well. Just to have an extra sure hands guy, another strength 3 guy on the pitch, who has some good skills, you know.
Yeah,
that's if you're not just picking up the ball with a gutter runner and going 9 squares the other direction to give it to another guy who goes 9 squares the other direction. And you can't have the ball. So yeah, it should be really, really good. Yeah, it's going to really suit Goblin Insane, I think, who's become an excellent Goblin coach.
Absolutely. And I was going to say season 3 and during the Wissen, he really,
he's really showing his cards. Yeah, you just see exactly how good you get from playing Goblins again and again. A lot of people just aren't willing to put in the time.
Yeah.
But if you do, they teach you exactly how to play the game properly, and you know more about probability. You also learn the most important thing of all is to not give a shit about dice and not give a shit about your players. Yes. So that makes people who play goblins very, very dangerous in my book.
Yeah. The Vegans of Death Metal.
Vegans of Death Metal. Yeah, so good old Pure Al has decided to come along. This is what the rest of the short build should look like. It's got 2 bulls, it's got 6 lads, and it's got 3 things. It's got the Apo and it's got 2 rerolls.
Yeah.
The 2 rerolls is spicy because they fail stuff all the time. You want to carry on agility 4 mostly because you want to carry on. You might want to carry on the bull. You probably want to carry on the goblins until you can hand off to the bull to score, because carrying on the bull is problematic because it takes one of your strength 4s out of the equation. But if it's appropriate to pick up the ball and scarper, there's no better lad. Just because they have sure feet doesn't mean they should be moving 9. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, they do. Also named after food, slightly less edible than
Indeed,
the
yeah.
last.
Well, it's vegan food specifically.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Bit harder.
So that's why
definitely
it's less
harder
edible.
to swallow.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
don't let the level 2 coach fool you. Alan knows how to play
Indeed,
Blood
yeah.
Bowl.
Yeah, Alan knows how to
just
play.
hasn't been
I'm
playing
delighted
Blood
to
Bowl
see him
too
playing
much.
this as well because he's only ever played Dark Elves.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I think ever he's played his he plays Undead. He would give out to me if I said that. He does play Undead, but yeah, first time he's playing anything like this, so that's going to be really, really good for him.
Well, not pure bash, but it's very bash.
Yeah, it's bash. Yeah, it's bash. It's going to make him really good, I think.
And that is it. Are we
it is because we're missing we're missing a team from that, and that team that is missing is Dr. Disco's Lizardman.
Is there only 11 teams in this?
No, that doesn't make sense. We've got Alados, we've got the Wanderer, we've got Pural, we've got Human, Ginger Wolf, Spork-bearer, Raging 82, iPower, Jalnock, and his dwarves, of course.
Well, Jesus, send him a message.
Yeah, no, I will. Well, somebody will. But yeah, it's to be done it's midnight tonight. Yeah, so.
Thanks, Scruff.
Yeah.
He pointed out how to see who was missing.
Yeah. So the two guys who are missing are lizards and dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, they are there.
Yeah, well, that was in.
Oh, they're there for the invited teams.
And I think
cool.
One of them just joined.
Yeah.
Is Alan in here listening?
No, he's in here going, "Oh no, the lads are going to give out!" And there it is. That doesn't look like a completed team, but yeah. Let's click on it anyway and see what happens. So it's Jalnock, and considering.
No, that's definitely a completed team.
Did you see the team name?
Oh yes, Dave's really good at 40k. The bullying continues.
The bullying, the actual bullying. I'm really sorry, David. I was against it at the time, and then they told me, and I laughed. Yeah. So yeah. Dave's really good at 40k.
They're all people called David. That's
they are all people called David. Yeah, including the Slayer is called Michelangelo's, which is really funny. Yeah, so it's a very funny team. It's really good. It's the correct build as well. 2 blitzers, 1 runner, 1 scroll slayer. If you're going to take the slayer, that's the right way to go.
Yeah.
I don't like the slayer. I like the extra lad, and I take the apothecary. But yeah, it's really good. Yes. No, they're not. He knows who he is. He knows that he's the best at 40k. These Davids are just people who share the name with the guy who is in fact the actual best person at 40k.
These aren't the best Davids in the world. They're just the tribute band.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Cool. So.
And then the other team that's to be invited is the Lizardman team, which is that Lizardman team there. So it's 970. It looks like so you can click on it. It should open up. And this is Dr. Disco with Kaiju FC, which is a really funny name. And it's a lizard team. Look at that, Sylv. The lizard team.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen. Is this the first lizard team? No.
It is the first lizard team. Yeah. It's the only lizard team.
Well, that is a surprise.
Yeah, I would imagine he's not going to take the apothecary, and we'll take the reroll instead.
Yeah, 1 reroll star is tough.
1 reroll is just too much. Yeah. So I think he needs to swap that around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, let's hope he gets that ticket soon.
That is, they are funny names as well, because it's all their kaiju. And I really have to go because I'm late for my game.
Yes. Okay.
Unless you want to
I'm going to cover the top team names.
I'm going to go straight away, lads. It was really nice hanging out with you all, and the best of luck to everybody involved. I got to go play Blood Bowl. If you want to cast it or something, throw it on afterwards. If not, I'll chat to you again sometime.
I will see what I can do. See you, Kalon. Yep. Thanks, man.
All right. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a nice evening.
So, I've just thrown up my absolutely impartial and totally indisputable top 10 names. Feel free to throw into chat which one you think should have been number 1, especially if there's a name of a team that didn't make my top 10. But for me personally, the WAGs and GFI's idea and naming just really gave me a proper sensible chuckle. I loved the Liverpool FC attention to detail. Yeah, it was a close run thing. Maybe my football fan part kind of came out a little bit. Both those top two being football names, but some class names and naming schemes all over the board. But no stakes here. Totally amazing in-joke, continuing from last season. The Pale Appreciation Squad, got to be in there. Expendablins, Cash and Carnage, especially for the player naming, really got me. The Norwegian Bluebirds, great idea. Bohemian Rhapsody, the Cadaverous Motherfuckers, especially for the choice of the wire. And I had to give a call out to Kalon for his team name and naming scheme, which very much amused himself. So if anybody else had any sort of alternative top 10s, pop them into Discord. We can talk about it there. But I would like to say thanks to everybody for making their teams, getting them in, accepting their tickets, and especially if you took the extra effort to make some puns. It's always a great thing to be able to do. You know, people will tell you don't do it because they'll get killed or they'll die faster, but they don't have a soul. So fair play to everybody that's gone the extra mile. So since it's just me on my lonesome, I don't think I'm going to stick around for too long. For this particular stream, I need a break for sure. So yes, they are precious pixels. Thanks to everybody for coming along. Thanks to Fat Maverick for chatting for the first time. Appreciated that, man. Very much welcome here. I'm not sure if, well, that's not a coach name I recognize, but I'm sure I'll get to know you soon enough. If you haven't followed the stream, please do. It helps me know kind of like how many people are paying attention and what we want to do. On the Twitch channel, there is also a suggestion box. Feel free to put a suggestion there, or just poke me on Discord if you want to kind of suggest what we should be doing with this weekly. And then the final thing I'll say on that is this was a special. Obviously, we're not going to do this kind of thing. Going forwards, we're going to be doing this on Tuesdays. Oh, hi, Count Cracula. Welcome. Yeah, no worries, man. No, a lot of people don't have the same Twitch name. I was saying, so going forwards, we're going to do these on Tuesdays to encourage people to finish their games before the final night of the week. We're going to do at least one replay commentate. We're gonna we're gonna try to have the occasional guest come and join us, guest coach who will interview, kind of ask them about their past with Blood Bowl, what their kind of style is, talk about whatever they want to talk about really. We want to highlight games from all the different divisions. We want to highlight interesting games. We want to highlight crunch games as it gets a little later in the season, and generally talk about like what's going on in our community, what's going on the Discord and stuff like that. So if you have any ideas, be really welcome. If you want to get involved, if you want to commentate, if you want to contribute in some way, that would be really cool as well, because we'd love to have you. So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up there and say thanks very much for joining us. I hope that you found it interesting and you got something useful, whether it's lowdown on your opponents or just ideas about what you're going to be up against. And good luck with your first games this week. Hope to see you around soon. Bye.